if you really know where your strong point of your child lies and where the child needs more help, it's in your best interest that you start helping the child from home. As a parent, you also have to be carried along. You also have to know what exactly is happening in your child's life, so that when the teachers are telling you that this is what your child has interest in, it's not strange to you. So today we're going to talk about the education system in Germany and why your child might not be allowed to go to university. So stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Evelyn. I'm a mom and I film about living, schooling and working as an expat family here in Germany. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome. It's glad to have you back here. I have a 4.5-year-old and I've been living in Germany for almost 8 years now. So when I say I have experience, come closer. I really do. And I have asked questions from people that are way ahead of me, which is very important when you move to somewhere new. And like I always do on this channel, I'm going to be sharing with you what to look out for, especially where parenting here in Germany is concerned, okay? So today we're going to talk about the education system in Germany and why your child might not be allowed to go to university. So stay tuned. The German education system is really, really different, especially from where I come from. It's so different because the education system sorts children out at a very, very early stage. Unlike where I come from in Africa, where by GS3, they're still asking me, what do you want to be in life? You're not sure if you're going to science class or to art class or to commercial, whatever you want to be. Sometimes you want to be an aeronautic engineer. The other time you want to be an actor. It's not like that here. So I'm going to be breaking it down for you so that you know what to expect and what to look out for as your child grows, okay? Education is very, very compulsory here in Germany. Hold that with your right hand. No, your left hand. If you're a righty, hold it with your right hand. If you're a lefty, hold it with your other hand and don't eat with it, okay? Education is very, very compulsory. It's not something that you just randomly stumble upon. And in just a few cases, would you be able to homeschool your child, okay? Now, for children that are born here, for instance, for my child, he started Kita, which is also known as the kindergarten, when he was one year old plus. So you can put your child in the Kita as from the time he clocks 1 year old. So before then, we were told that start looking for Kitas because it could be a bit hard to get one. And we went ahead and looked for and were able to get one. Some parents will say that they would like their child to stay home, but by the time your child is 3 years old, especially if the child is from an international background, the child should be at the Kita so that it can start integrating, learning the language, which is very important because when the child goes to the Grundschule, which is also known as the primary school, it's going to be speaking strictly German and writing notes and doing stuff. So the Kita or the kindergarten lasts from a period of 1 year old to when the child is 6 years old most times. Okay? So when the child is 6 years old, the child is then moved into Grundschule, which is also known as the primary school. From the time the child is 5 years old, they start talking about Grundschule and the Young Armed, the children administration system suggests or gives you like 2 public primary school that you can go look out if you find it really good for you. If you like it, you can then go there for open days to ask questions, blah, blah, blah. Or another option is if you would like your child to go to the private primary school, which will be funded by you. The public school is funded by the government, but the primary school is funded by you. And because we live in a social system, the money you're going to be paying is going to be dependent on your salary. So if your salary is high, best believe that you're going to be paying on the high range. And if your salary is not so high, everybody has their own level, okay? Everybody's going to be fixed in their own level, alright? From age 6, the child, like I said, moves to the Grundschule and then completes a period of 9 years between the Grundschule and the gymnasium if the child proceeds to the gymnasium, or a period of 10 years of full-time schooling if the child proceeds to a vocational training from the Grundschule. All up, I'm going to be breaking it down, okay? Now, for the primary school or for the Grundschule, that like we call it here, the child goes from primary 1 to primary 4 in the primary school, or the first grade to fourth grade in the Grundschule. And in the Grundschule, the general focus is the transition between Kita, the kindergarten, and transitioning into full-time schooling. Okay, so for some states it's 4 years. For some states like Berlin, it's 6 years. So like from primary 1 to primary 6. Now, after this, the child then moves into secondary school. Now, there are different types of secondary school which I'll be addressing in this video. And there's the lower secondary school and then there's the higher secondary school. Now, the lower secondary school is called Sekundarstufe 1 and the upper secondary school is called Sekundarstufe 2. Of course, after the child graduates from the secondary school, the child then moves into the tertiary institution if that is allowed. Okay. Now, by the time your child is in primary school, towards grade 3, grade 4, you best believe that your child is being assessed every day. And the more reason why you need to pay attention at every point in time, every step of the way. Because as time goes on, the child will be graded and questions is going to be asked and parents are going to be spoken to say, okay, this is where your child fits in. We don't think that your child is deemed fit to move on to the university. And this is being determined at primary school level. So best believe that if you really know where the strong point of your child lies and where the child needs more help, it's in your best interest that you start helping the child from home. You don't outsource it to school alone, or you don't leave it to the education system alone. Okay? Now, I'm going to be breaking down the different types of secondary school that we have here in Germany. After primary school, your child could be, if your child is really, really good, like all points, 1.0, everything was like top notch, your child will be advised to move on into the gymnasium secondary school. Gymnasium secondary school is considered as one of the prestigious secondary school in Germany. Children can attend from age 10 or 11 up to their 18 years, or from the 5th grade up to the 12th to 13th grade. When the child graduates from the gymnasium, the child is given a habitual qualification, which then allows him or her to proceed to the university. Now, the Hauptschule has a bigger focus on practical or vocational trainings. For instance, if your child has more interest in practical and vocational works, this is the type of secondary school that your child will be advised to proceed into. When your child graduates from the Hauptschule, your child is then given a qualification called the Hauptschule Abschluss that allows your child to go on to vocational training and part-time schooling. Now, the third type of the secondary school that I'm going to be talking about is the Realschule. Now, the Realschule is the middle ground between the gymnasium that I first spoke about and the Hauptschule that I spoke about. So, for instance, the gymnasium is so intense for your child could be advised to maybe transfer to a Realschule. Now, the Realschule gives a balance between both the practical education and also the academic education. When your child graduates from the Realschule, your child is getting given a qualification of the Realschule Abschluss, and your child can then proceed to vocational training or the university. Now, for the German vocational training or for German vocational schools, there are a lot of them, which will not be going into on this video because we don't want it to be too long. So I hope I've been able to break it down a bit. And the reason why I said that your child might not be allowed to go into the university is because, for instance, your child, it's been noticed at the primary school, that your child is more interested in practical or vocational training, which is actually not a bad idea if that's actually what your child wants. But I feel that as a parent, you also have to be carried along. You also have to know what exactly is happening in your child's life, so that when the teachers are telling you that this is what your child has interest in, it's not strange to you. It's not coming to you as something that you're just learning for the first time. So, like I always say, always be involved in your child's education. Know exactly what is going on in their lives. Know exactly what they like, what they love to do, and all that. And if you feel that your child still has a chance to proceed to the gymnasium or the Realschule, which will enable them to go to the university, make sure that you are involved in the assignments and all the things that are happening in the school, so that by the time the child is ripe to move into secondary school and they're telling your child, oh, the child has to go to vocational training, you're like, no, I know what this child is capable of, because at the end, Parents carries the final decision. The teachers can only advise. Teachers can advise. The parents carries the final decision. So make sure that you know exactly what is going on. You know exactly what is happening in your child's life. You know how your child's grades are. Okay? Yeah. I hope I've been able to break it down as simple as possible and not make this video too long. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Bye.